What if Gandalf and Doctor Strange faced off in a cosmic rave while debating who has the best interdimensional Wi-Fi? Imagine the scene. Sparks flying, spells clashing, and a Wi-Fi signal so strong it could probably download the entire library of Alexandria in seconds. Good evening, Nerd Squad. Tonight, we're diving into a showdown so wild that even the multiverse can't make sense of it. Get ready for a clash that defies all the laws of physics, logic, and frankly, common sense. On one side, we have Gandalf, the grey or white wizard, depending on how you view Middle-earth's magical fashion sense. On the other, Doctor Strange, the supreme sorcerer of Marvel's mystical arts, a guy who prefers a time-bending amulet over a ring. So, who would win this battle between a wizard who thinks a smartphone is a magical artifact and a surgeon who learned to swipe through the space-time Tinder? Buckle up, because tonight we're venturing into dimensions that would make Lovecraft rethink his career choices. Let's start with Gandalf, the man, the myth, the legend, who has never heard of hair conditioner. With powers ranging from lighting fireworks to battling fire demons, Gandalf is the embodiment of a stubborn old man who refuses to change, but you respect him because he could turn you into a frog with just a look. Psychologically, he's like the grandfather we all wish we had, if your grandpa was a blend of Carl Jung and Obi-Wan Kenobi, always ready to drop an enigmatic phrase while puffing on a pipe that's definitely not filled with just tobacco. Now, Doctor Strange. He's basically the Tony Stark of magic, but with less metal and more mysticism. A guy who started as an arrogant surgeon and ended up as the guardian of alternate realities. He's like a sober Rick Sanchez, who probably tried DMT just to confirm the multiverse is real. Psychologically, Strange is the result of a cross between a spiritual guru and a NASA engineer, constantly torn between saving the world and finding a decent drink in the Sanctum Sanctorum. The battle begins on a planet made of paradoxes, where the sky is the ground and the ground is made of Stephen Hawking's discarded ideas. Gandalf arrives first, riding a giant eagle that has no concept of airspace regulations. Strange follows, opening a portal that makes it seem like he's late for an intergalactic summit. Gandalf starts with a light spell, because apparently he thinks he's at an elf rave. Not to be outdone, Strange responds by creating a dimensional mirror, reflecting the light back with an Instagram filter that makes everything look more epic. They soon realize that light spells are just the warm-up. Gandalf summons a mini Balrog, just in case anyone doubted his improv skills. Strange decides it's time to use the Eye of Agamotto, but instead of manipulating time, he gives the Balrog a sense of purpose, turning it into an environmental advocate. And there you have it, a fire demon now worried about global warming. The fight enters a new dimension when they decide to debate the meaning of life while floating through a wormhole that looks like it was decorated by Salvador Dali. Gandalf argues life is a series of magical moments with friends, while Strange counters that it's all an AI simulation created by a bored cosmic programmer. They agree to disagree, but not before taking a sip of an interdimensional elixir that makes them see reality as dancing fractals. Meanwhile, back in reality, scientists are baffled, trying to comprehend how a paradox planet can exist without causing a universal implosion. Neil deGrasse Tyson is on a podcast debating whether a fight between a wizard and a sorcerer could be considered renewable energy. If Carl Sagan were alive, he'd probably be lighting an aromatic candle and murmuring about the beauty of the cosmos. On Reddit, the discussion is ablaze. Conspiracy theories claim this battle is actually a marketing stunt for a new crossover film between Marvel and the Tolkien estate. Elon Musk, of course, has tweeted, "This is just a teaser for my next rocket that's going to colonize Middle-earth. How about a ride, Gandalf?" So who wins this epic, cosmic, and wonderfully confusing battle? Well, if you expected a simple answer, you really didn't get the spirit of this thing. Both win and lose simultaneously, in a quantum balance of victory and defeat. Gandalf wins in wisdom, proving that sometimes the simplest path is the most magical. Strange wins in innovation, showing that the magic of the future is knowing how to use technology without losing the mystic essence. Or maybe this battle never happened, and we're all just in a simulation created by a fan who drank ayahuasca tea. In that case, I hope you enjoyed the show, because next week we have something even crazier planned. Until then, Remember, reality is just a matter of perspective, and sometimes a little LSD helps you see it better. Good night.